Hi guys, welcome to this session in Microsoft Access. In this module, I want to show you how to do an update query based on criteria. And I want to do it on the table customers, and I'm going to open that table. Let's have a look. So the field I want to do it on is not there at the moment. I have not added it. So I'm going to do that from here. I'm going to add a date time field, which automatically sets it to date time. And I'm going to call it date checked. So the date that you checked records. Now, that's all I'm going to do at the minute. I need to populate this using an update query. Obviously, there's only a few records there, so it wouldn't take me long to manually do this. But what I want to do is just populate it with a date based on whichever city I'm checking. So I'll go for Leeds. You can see there's a few records there for Leeds. I only want the date checked for Leeds. Now, this is how it works. If I close that down and go to Create Query, Query Design, and just add that table. And then I don't really need to bring all of the fields down because I'm going to just update one column. And that one column is going to be the date checked. So you've got date checked at the bottom there, double clicking it down. And I want to qualify it by city, so I'm double clicking that down. Now at the moment, this is still a select query. I haven't changed it to an update query, which is what I'm going to do now by clicking update. And then what you get here is update 2 as a row. Now, I'm going to use parameter queries. I could just type in a date there, but then I would have to keep manually changing that date. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put a parameter box in there, which remember is open a square bracket and then give yourself a prompt, enter the date, close the square bracket. Now, if I run it like that without the city field in there, it will just update everything. But if I want to qualify it, I need to get on the criteria row. And again, I'm going to do a parameter, enter the city. That's my prompt, close the square bracket. Now, when I run this, it's going to come up with those two boxes, square bracket, that should be. So let's just see what happens here. I run, it's asking me for the date. So I'm going to put today's date in there, which is, well, I'll just put 01/09/24. Now it's asking me for the city and I'll put Leeds. Now when I run that, it doesn't show you the results. It's telling me it's going to update 4 rows. Yes, but I don't see the results. I'm going to save this query as QRY update. And then I'm going to close it. Now when I go and open the table, you can see the dates corresponding to Leeds. So that's what an update query does. Now, if I run it again, so this query again, running it, it's telling me, so it's warning me that there could be problems if you're not careful. Yes, I'm okay with that. It's asking me for the date. So I will put the 1st of the 10th, 24, press an enter there. And this time I'll go for Bradford. And then it's telling me it's just going to update one row and I don't see the results. But if I open the table, I'm looking for Bradford, 1st of the 10th. There she blows. Bradford. Update query. So that's as simple as it is. It's a quick way to populate a column and it's very, very useful. And this is a symbol that you'll see, but you have to be careful when you're doing update queries that you don't update fields that you can't undo, which is what I want to look at next. So if I pick a table that's got some figures like this one, product, let's just open that one. So we've got some figures there, price. Say you want to update the price. This is where it can be a bit dangerous. I want to add 10% onto all of these prices. This is what you can do. So if I close this down, I'll go create query, redesign, pull that table on. This time I'm not going to do it by any qualifier. I'm just going to insert it on the price. So click on price, change it to an update query. And then I'm going to put the field price in square brackets, and then I want to add 10%, so it's going to be times 1.1. That will add 10%, but that will also add 10% every single time I run this query. And remember, when you run it, it doesn't actually show you anything. So if I just bring down the actual product so I know what it's doing it on, so bring that to the front there. So it's got the update there. Watch what happens here. Run. Yes. So it hasn't shown me anything. So if I open the table, so that's gone up 10%. It was on 100, now it's on 110. Now if I close this table again, so if I run this again, because it doesn't show you anything, you might think it's not doing anything, but it is. So if I open that table again, it's now gone to 121. Each time I run this, it is updating that price by 10%. As you can see there, it's doing it each time, which obviously is dangerous because then you've got to work out how many times did I do that and then try and undo that. So you've got to qualify these updates. Sometimes if you want it to do like update prices, you might want not to save the update query and just delete it afterwards so nobody else accidentally does that. It's got to be a bit more precise than that in terms of formulas as well. You might want to qualify it. Close that down. And this time I'm not going to save this query for the reasons I've just said there. Close that down. But that's how you do an update query. It's very, very useful, especially for things like date checked for products and things, or stock levels or whatever you check in. It's a very quick way of populating a column. For updating prices or salary also, it's useful, but remember the caveat of the dangers it can be if you let people keep running it without really knowing what they're doing. So that's all I want to talk about in this little module, how to use an update query in Access. So thanks for your time. I'll catch you in the next one.